Here at Davis AutoSports, we're very excited to offer you this, what I consider a very rare find. This is actually going to be a very affordable, full-size 1-ton diesel dually for somebody. It's a 2010, one owner, Carfax certified, guaranteed buyback, clean and clear title. This truck has 403,000 miles. Has been owned by the same person since day one of ownership, that obviously pounded the highways with this truck. Here at Davis AutoSports, we specialize in very unique, hard to come across vehicles, and most of our vehicles are extremely low mileage. There's a sport chassis right there with 28K, and that's actually our 2015 Ford F450 Platinum. We do a lot of diesels here, a lot of full-size trucks. You will not find another truck in your lifetime with 400 or even 150,000 miles that shows as nice as this. We have never sold a full-size diesel or even a vehicle with over probably 130,000 is one of the highest mileage vehicles that we've sold. Like I said, we specialize in very low mileage vehicles. The only reason we got this vehicle in inventory is because of the insane pristine condition for the year and the miles. Most importantly, I've also driven this truck with that trailer right there with four four-wheelers loaded up on it, as well as this morning I dropped off that enclosed trailer full of gear to the shop. This truck drives absolutely perfect. I'll show you that here in a moment in the video. Never in a million years would we consider having a vehicle in with this sort of mileage, but the condition is superb. I pass on full-size trucks all the time with 40, 50, 60,000 miles because of the condition. This truck is truly a must-see in-person sort of vehicle to appreciate how clean the previous owner kept this vehicle, maintained this vehicle. Drivability, I had this vehicle two weeks ago when we first got it in. I loaded up that trailer and my four-wheelers, and me and my kids went out of town, and I drove this truck, and that right there, like I said, that is my personal brand new 2015, and I decided to use this truck. It drives absolutely incredible. Now, I do not know if the transmission has been replaced, but what I do know is this vehicle drives right now 100%. There are zero hiccups, starts perfectly, engine is extremely powerful. The EGR system has been deleted, so it's got a Sinister Diesel EGR delete kit. The vehicle does not have a custom tune, it's a factory tune on it. So once again, the EGR and the diesel exhaust fluid has been deleted, which obviously makes this truck drive so much better, and that's probably the reason it drives so well and has lasted as long as it has. The body on this truck, if you were to look at this truck, drive this truck, smell the truck, be in the truck, be around the truck, you would think this was a 20 or 30,000 mile vehicle. It is that nice, that well taken care of. We are shooting this in 1080 high definition video. Just look at the metallic paint. No swirl marks in it. Beautiful chrome side steps. We are shooting this directly. The sun's popping through there, shining directly on this thing. Now, if this truck honestly had 70 or 80,000 miles, I wouldn't probably have it because the cost would have been way up and it wouldn't have been a unique vehicle. 2010 dually with 70, but to find one in this condition, someone that's really looking for a nice, clean, perfectly running diesel truck that can't afford a, $30,000, $35,000 truck, this is the perfect truck. I've put about 800 miles on the truck since getting it in inventory, and it literally drives 100%. Our master tech was in the truck the other day. We brought it out to lunch just because I was showing off how nice it drives, and he was absolutely amazed how this truck drove. Beautiful hood, one of the nicest hoods in my opinion on a full-size truck between the big three companies. This is the most amount of wear that you'll find on this entire truck is the imperfection in the hood. Besides that, I'm not going to say that there's not little tiny wear. There's little tiny chips that have been touched up here and there, but that right there is the most amount of damage that you'll find on the exterior of this truck. Equally important, the undercarriage of this truck's in phenomenal condition as well. I mean, just look at that body. I mean, it is so clean, so nice. I'll go ahead and scan the entire body panel for you guys. I mean, you will not find a truck this clean, this nice for the miles, or even close. I mean, if this truck had 100,000 miles, I would still rant and rave. That's just leaning up right there, which obviously heat that up a little bit, tape it for a couple days with some body tape, and that will fold right down. Rear sliding glass. This will absolutely make for the perfect hauler for someone that, like I said, is wanting to get into the hauling industry, or just wants a full-size diesel truck but can't afford the astronomical prices of them. I mean, if we didn't have so many trucks, I would keep this truck. It's a perfect shop truck. Inexpensive, drives great. I mean, this thing, I mean, the body on it, you really must see in person. All the chrome handles are very clean. I mean, it's just a phenomenal condition vehicle. There's a little bit of wear up here as well. You got a little ding right there, but like I said, that's really, besides the front portion of the hood, a couple spots where a camera would have helped out, where obviously the trailer hit the bumper right there. Those chrome bumpers are inexpensive, but for the miles, I say you just leave it like that and roll with it. But I mean, when the sun hits this truck, it is just beautiful. As you see, it's got that nice pearl when the sun's hitting it. A lot of metallic in the paint. Gorgeous truck. Just as impressive, vehicle has a full bed liner as well. Vehicle does have a gooseneck. The interior of this truck is absurd. It really is. I mean, the door panels are spotless. I mean, look how clean the buttons are. I mean, these cloth seats are so hard to keep clean because they get this, once they get a little bit of dirt and stain in it, it's so hard to get them out in these the Chrysler cloth that they use. But these seats, I mean, they literally look brand new. Now, the guy that owned this obviously pounded the highways. It's no other way to get 400,000 miles on a vehicle in 4.5 years. And obviously, most people that have some sort of job where they pound the highways like that, they're mostly by themselves. So that would explain the condition of the entire interior. Zero smoking in this vehicle. There's no odors, no burns. I mean, this thing is just absolutely pristine in every way, considering the mileage. I mean, the door jambs are super clean. Underneath the doors are as clean as you can get. I mean, these back seats are perfect. I mean, they really are. Look, there's not even wear on the center console where your arm would be resting against. So most importantly, let's go ahead and take this thing on a test drive. Because obviously it's fine if it looks great, but if it doesn't drive well, it's not worth anything. I'm going to go ahead and throw a tag on it real quick. Give you a quick shot of this side. I mean, this interior is absolutely mint, down to the stitching on the seats. You cannot detail a vehicle to look this good if it was a pig. I mean, it's just a naturally, amazingly clean truck. First and foremost, AC blows ice cold. Like I said, I've put about probably close to 1,000 miles on this truck now since we've got it in. Now I do want to let you guys know, like I mentioned earlier, the EGR system has been deleted in this truck, as well as the diesel exhaust fluid, which you want to do that to your trucks anyways. I mean, anytime that I get a diesel truck in, if I have it long enough that the warranty is expired, it's the first thing that you do. Do your research online. That's why a lot of people like the pre-emissions diesel trucks, because they don't have all that stuff. This stuff has been taken off. With that said, this truck has never been tuned. The boost has never been upgraded. There's been no tune. So when you take those parts off of your vehicle, it's going to throw a code or a message saying you to get it serviced, because it's not reading you know, from the diesel exhaust fluid how much is in there. So it's kind of saying, hey, what's going on? Doesn't obviously affect the vehicle whatsoever. So sometimes a message will come up saying to check your emissions, and that's just a message notifying you that somewhere along the line one of the sensors isn't reading. Now, when you typically get rid of your diesel exhaust fluid system, your EGR, you reflash your computer with one of the, you know, numerous tuning companies out there. But the guy that owned this didn't get that done. He didn't want to turn up the boost, and you don't have to turn up the boost or anything like that. But you know, so that was never done. So if a message pops up, that's just that. So this truck, I'll tell you, for the miles, I don't know if you'll find anything ever like this. Once the engine warms up too, I'll go ahead and get on it, let you see that the transmission, most importantly, functions 100%. My enclosed trailer, you know, today loaded up was probably right around 6,000 plus pounds loaded up, and I did get on it just to test everything out. And you know, my single car trailer that we have loaded up, I have large four-wheelers, and that thing loaded up, this truck literally drove 100% every way, shape, and form. Not a loud truck at all, drives quietly. When you hit bumps, there's not a bunch of loose rattles. I mean, I don't have the radio on, the windows are rolled up. It's a very quiet cabin ride. As you see, the steering wheel straight. I can literally drive this vehicle. Oh, we're getting a little bit of rain. One finger on the wheel, knees off of it, driving down a thin or a narrow country road. One finger on the steering wheel, drives as smooth as can be. Engine's getting up to temperature, so I'll go ahead and do some hard accelerations and all that good stuff. warm day here, almost 80 degrees. Only have the AC on low. That's how cold it's blowing. Hard on the brakes, as you see, zero shimmy on the steering wheel. There's no black smoke coming out the exhaust when you give it gas. Truck drives like a dream at 80 miles an hour on the highway as well. I'll slow all the way down. Zero odors inside of this truck. Miles an hour, literally one finger on the steering wheel. Knees are off. What you can't tell, this is one of those little narrow country roads with a lot of bumps. Here's a big bridge that we'll hit. Leave one finger on it. Front end on this truck is as tight as can be. That was a big bump. Literally one finger on the steering wheel. You got your gear shifter here, you got your haul mode, your exhaust brake. Perfect oil pressure. There's never been any check engine lights on while driving. What I mentioned earlier as well with the emissions signal that comes on, that's not a check engine light, it's just a emissions thing, because like I said, there is no EGR sensor inside that typically reads all the readings. So, and there is no check engine light on, there never has been. Truck, I mean, I wouldn't be taking this truck down this country windy road in these speeds unless it drove tight as a tick, especially with one hand on the wheel. The bumps all on this road. And I will say too, this truck pulls great. Obviously I haven't toted 25,000 pounds behind it, but my 2015 F450 Platinum, in my opinion, is I'm coming from a 2012 Silverado Duramax 3500, and I thought that thing pulled great. That 15 Ford F450 pulls like nobody's business. And I've towed the same exact setup, my trailer and four-wheelers with gear, with both this truck and the F450. And I mean, this truck right here is strong. It's very, very strong. I'm gonna go ahead and make a U-turn up here and turn back around. I just want to spend as much time with you guys as possible driving this truck so you can truly see how nice it drives. Full turn of the wheel. There's no noises of any sort coming from the power steering components, no clicking. Release of the wheel, goes right back into place. I'm gonna go ahead and come to a stop real quick. Put the truck in reverse, hit the gas right away, goes in reverse. There's no delay, no hit of the gear, no delay. Drive, hit the gas, right in drive. Extremely smooth transition from park, reverse, drive. I mean, this thing switches gears. There's no hard shifts, no delays in the shift, no hesitations in the shifts. And like I said, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if the transmission has been replaced. I would probably guess so, being that, you know, the automatic transmissions in Dodge's trucks isn't their strongest point, you know, compared to the engines and everything else. I mean, it's not an Allison transmission in here, so but I will tell you, this truck drives 100%. There are 0 hiccups in this transmission. Power accessories work, one-touch roll-up windows, AC's ice cold, your radio works exactly as it should. Let me put this down and find a station real quick.
It's the fresh meat and locally harvested produce that will make you want to get out and grill. Whole medium pineapples are just 99 cents each, and Tyson boneless chicken breasts are $1.99 a pound with your Plus card. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Think fresh produce grown just miles from where you live. Or fresh milk from the same dairy your kids toured on a field trip. Or pies made with plump berries harvested at the peak of freshness. Local is as close as your neighborhood Kroger, where you'll get low prices every day.
If you guys are interested in this vehicle and you want a third-party inspection, we will be more than happy to bring it to any service station or have an inspection company come by our facility to take a look at this truck. Very confident in this passing anyone's mechanical and cosmetic inspection report. Like I said, if I didn't have 2 company trucks, I would without a doubt, because of the cost of this truck, keep it. And it's just, I mean, if this truck had, like I mentioned earlier, 50 or 60,000 miles, I would still consider it in phenomenal condition for the year and the miles. I mean, this thing is just super, super clean. So there you guys go. If you have any questions, 202-491-9929. Thank you.